It's the end of the line for Season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead. Could it be the end of the line for Morgan Jones? Will it be the end of the line for Fog Entertainment? Hit me with it. Will it be?
If you want to make things right, if you want to see the light, then I think it's time to put an end to Dwight and the rest of the gang, because this show is absolutely garbage. Fear the Walking Dead. I officially fear it. This episode is called End of the Line, but honestly, could be the end of the line for us. This is a really, really bad show. Hands down, it is the worst TV show I have ever seen. Just nothing makes sense. You know, 1 minute, Morgan, the group, oh, we can't take care of the walkers. And then they call Virginia, and then they're worried about they've made a mistake, and then they take care of the walkers. Now they can't take care of Virginia. It's just, the show is fucking garbage, man.
No, it is garbage. Last episode, they brick the walkers. This episode, they deal with them rather easily. I mean, there was a GTA San Andreas mission called End of the Line. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was good.
Got Samuel Jackson in there. What have you got here?
Yeah, that one was... Well, I mean, to be fair,
mission.
Victor's looking a wee bit like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, that's as close as he's going to get.
But, you know, there was this one scene where Dwight, he jumps off at... Well, I mean, let's talk about the first scene where he jumps off the horse. I'm not joking. About 20 seconds where they walk... About 4 or 5 walkers, 6 walkers were up against the horse, were up against Dwight. Not one bite taken out of Dwight's legs. Not one bite taken out of the horse. Dwight then stands up on top of the horse, jumps off the horse, and as soon as he jumps, the 4 or 5 walkers that previously were not even touching the horse, they drag the horse to the ground, they start eating the horse, they start biting the horse, and then I'm thinking, well, that was fucking retarded. 20 seconds, they done nothing. As soon as Dwight's off the horse, they start biting the horse as if they just turned hungry for corned beef. And then there was like a scene... Like 2 minutes later, Morgan jumps off to help Dwight. Morgan clears a bunch of walkers. There's this like one scene where he kills 3 in about 5 seconds with a stick. He then catches up with Dwight. Dwight's hurt. There's 2 walkers coming. Pretty big gap between both walkers, and Morgan turns around and he has to get Dwight to take care of one if he takes care of the other. Just fucking retarded. We've seen Morgan take care of a shitload of walkers, but because there's this one scene where... they want to make it interesting where Morgan has to take care of one and the injured Dwight also has to take care of one. It's like just so forced. Why did Morgan even have to ask him that? Morgan could have just walked up, killed the both of them, no problem. But to try and create a wee bit of tension, Morgan has to ask Dwight for his help to take care of one single walker. I mean, fucking retardation to the next level. All the dialogue sucks. The brainstorming, the intelligence, there is no intelligence. Everything just sucks, man. We didn't have this Virginia problem if they never phoned Virginia. All they had to do was clear the place out like they did. They did it! But the whole reason they phoned Virginia was because they needed her help to do it. But it turns out they didn't fucking need her help at all because they used the exact same tactic that I told them to use. In episode 15. Fucking hate this show. Goddamn awful. It's pish, man. And see when this show's this bad, see when the characters are this bad, the locations, the storylines, the dialogues, you cannot get a good season. People are saying season 6 is great. It can't be. It can't be. You can't have 2 awful seasons and have awful characters, awful dialogue, awful stories, awful decision makings, and then automatically just have a great season. It doesn't... Could season 6 be better? Yes. But is season 6 going to be a 10 out of 10 masterclass? Absolutely fucking not.
Yep, I second that. I mean, honestly, it would just be boring to go through the entire plot of this episode, but let's just...
Plot? They've lost the plot. The show's shit.
Dwight finds a bunch of horses, right? They didn't need. See, leading the walkers away.
Also, how hard would it be for an inexperienced guy on a horse? Because let's not pretend that Dwight here is some ranch king that's got a million horses.
Tulsa king.
I mean, it would be difficult for Dwight, right, to ride a horse himself, I imagine. Never mind, like...
Ride about 10.
Aye.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Oh, they needed the horse to get them... they needed the horse to get them across the river. Well, they didn't know they were going to use the river.
Yo, the river was like a foot deep. Are you kidding? They needed a horse.
Also, they
didn't even come up to the horse's fucking knees.
Where even are we?
Horses don't have knees.
I don't know, but see these kids that they've brought. I mean, the kids are just there as numbers, but and then they're making it. We can't deal with the walkers, and they deal with the walkers, and then all right, we're going to use this plan against, and then we're going to use it against Virginia, and then Daniel, Oh, they got Louisiana, I say, abandoned taco. Then Strand, he goes to meet with Virginia. Yo, no, it's actually mental, right? This show actually had so long where, like, all the characters were split up, didn't it? They're all together, and it's even fucking worse.
Yeah, I wish they'd split up again.
Like, seriously? Oh, Jude and John get married. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Alicia and Wes, they're painting the church. Da, 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 da. Garbage, alright? Absolute shite. This is just absolute crap, man. Right? And you know how it's crap. See when you're actually... See, normally on the Walking Dead wiki, right? And I'm no secret, that's where we read the synopsis and, you know, the plot and all from, right? They literally, right? Normally, the Walking Dead episodes is like, probably about what, like 20 paragraphs. See this, about 7. They've gave up. Like, honestly, they essentially just give up, right? And then they're like, all right, we're just going to let Virginia come here. And then Virginia's crew rock up. And you know what? You know this is going to happen because this group refuses to kill people. Look, last episode when they got to the bridge, Virginia rocked up with 2 guys and they let her piss on their shoes. Didn't she though?
Yep, retarded.
Didn't do anything. Retarded. So see this episode, right? Why would we believe that Morgan and the gang are going to whip out like assault rifles and gun her down? You wouldn't, because that's what fucking happened.
But Morgan even says we need the walkers, and their whole point was the whole plan was for Morgan to round up walkers and scare Virginia into giving them what they wanted.
Yep.
But they weren't going. They were just going to round the walkers up, so that Virginia would see the amount of walkers that they have and they would be able to get the weapons that they wanted and then what? Walk off and there's going to be no consequence? Morgan, it doesn't fucking work like that anymore, man. We'll see. This guy should know. Look at the shit he's been through. Doted bastard. Right, he might not know about the governor, but
he was an all-out war.
This guy thinks he can just take weapons for somebody and they're not going to... There's going to be no consequences.
Daniel's like, hey, I need skid mark. That kid doesn't go anywhere without me, man. And then it just goes.
Yeah, but the whole thing, like, see when Morgan having this, and that, what, killing people ain't nice. Like, let's be honest, let's not gloat it. Even though it's a show.
In this world, you need to, though.
You don't want to murder people, you don't, right? But you can be a good guy. You can be a protagonist and still kill when it is called upon, right? See the good people, see the nice guys in The Walking Dead. They don't want to kill, but sometimes they feel like they're forced into.
Yep.
I mean, look at Rick. Rick knew those people let's go even as far as season 3, right? He didn't want to kill those people in the prison. He probably knew they were bad guys. Probably knew he was taking a chance by having them be in the prison with all the women and stuff like that. But obviously, he doesn't want to kill people. And then after, you know, Tomas or whatever takes several swings, Rick's like, right, well, you know, I gave you a chance. I have to put... See Morgan with this whole, we cannot kill under no circumstances. That has killed the direction of this show. Even Martha. Look at the whole Martha thing. He still tries to save her.
I know, it's ridiculous. But they're alright with Logan getting killed. And then he's like, oh...
Yeah, that's another thing. She killed Logan. So why is he trying to make a deal with a murderer?
And then he's like, oh, well, you either take all of us or none of us, and we all want to stay together. The next scene.
Right, Wendell, Sarah, you're split up. John, June, you're split up.
Everyone's split up, and then Strand's like, oh, we're going to infiltrate from within. Alicia, yeah, that's what we do.
First of all, they're
split. Really, Samuel?
They've all been split up. They don't even know what locations they're going to. It just makes no sense. Strand's trying to suggest like they're somehow stronger now, they're in a better position.
But this is what it makes... No, it makes no sense. You've got guys like Daniel, right? In the cartel, was literally telling Strand this episode he doesn't want to be anyone's bitch. He wants to fight to the end. We got with our freedom, right? Strand reminds me of that, but Strand at the same time, you know, he's willing to make a deal. He's slippery. It can favour him. What? Oh, yo, see all this group though? Have they not all just developed the exact same personality as Morgan, where they don't kill and they want to save everyone?
Crap.
And you know, and you know what that makes?
Yeah, but when you
makes for an uninteresting show because everyone is the same. Everyone is the fucking same. What? Yo, name me a TV show, right, where the main core group of characters is exactly the same with the exact same mindset. Even when you get a show, man, where they're in the same club, or they're in the same gang, or they're in the same police department, they're all fucking different, they're not the same.
I think that's one thing that kind of killed off The Walking Dead. I do believe that after Shane died and went into season 3, pretty much everybody just... you know, went down the whole Rick thing.
Yeah, but at least in The Walking Dead, people were like, oh, Rick, I don't know if we should do that, or maybe we should do this. They foist it. Seeing this, man, Morgan says something, they bark.
True, and at least with Rick, I mean, the guy was switching and turning and changing his mind, so...
Dwight leaves this episode, right, because he doesn't want to be a part of this. Brings back a couple of horses. Then at the end of it, he's a part of it.
Yeah, retarded.
And then he's like, oh, I know what it's like working for a guy that doesn't believe in your ideas. What ideas did Dwight have, right, that he wanted to put forward under Negan?
He was just an arsehole.
Exactly. Why are we trying to rewrite what the Dwight character was?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Anyway, episode ends. Virginia shoots Morgan. Thank fuck, man. And you know what? Maybe actually, see if Morgan died here, at least they would have established her. You know what? It's like a more credible threat. But anyway, she then they get into she points a gun at him, man, and he's that's not going to work there, brother. But Morgan starts whipping at the stick, right? And then he gets shot in the shoulder anyway. She loses her gun. No idea where the gun went to, right? Which is kind of funny. I mean, honestly, where could the gun have went? And then...
But then she goes and picks up a gun off some dead person. It's like, where'd this guy come from? Where'd this random dead person come from? There was no shootout, there was no fight.
Yep.
But she goes and picks a gun out the back pocket. It's some random guy who's just laying there. And then she goes over to shoot Morgan, and the bullet conveniently breaks or something. It jams.
Yep. And then, Grace is pregnant. Also, Morgan and Grace confessing love for each other. What the fuck are we doing here?
Now Morgan's going to raise some other man's fucking child.
That sounds... Morgan seems like the sort of guy that would do that. Anyway, folks, that is the end of the episode. Morgan's like, live all you. If you can hear me, just live. You know what? People out there seem to think that this show's ruined because Morgan might die. I tell you what, the only thing that could save this episode, and even though it wouldn't, it's like, at least if Morgan died, it's like, well, that's a pretty big thing to happen. You know what I mean? But he sucks.
He does suck.
And that is where we're going to end it. I'm going to give this episode... We gave the last episode a 1. You know what? I'm giving it a 1 as well. This was awful. This was shit. What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 1 as well. Yeah,
Hand in heads
totally,
moments, man. It's just a shit show. I don't want to watch it anymore. But you know what, guys? At least we have a few months break now. We've got the actual Walking Dead coming up, even though season 7 of that's pretty bad as well. We've got Sons and Sopranos. So, yeah, not a bad few months ahead. Till then, though. Peace.